Hi guys, so it's been a while. I've recently uploaded my 2020 overview, but it's now February 2021, so we're a little bit late, but mentally I've not really been all that great, and also I've had a lot on with uni. So we are back and we are reviewing again, so let's get into it. So today we are going to be reviewing the Dots for Spots patches for acne. I've previously reviewed the Starface patches and didn't really rate them because they just came off so easy and I just didn't really think they did anything. But I have looked into these, I've tested quite a few, and I'm actually wearing one right now which I'm going to take off later in the video and we will see if there is anything for it. I wore it overnight, so it's 6 hours plus, which should help. So let's get into the review. As with the Starface, I have my notes on my phone, so I will explain to you what I think, what research I've seen. So let's get on with it, shall we? So, like the stars, they are actually hydrocolloid? I can't pronounce that. I still can't pronounce it. But that's what the patches are, and that's it apparently. They are only hydrocolloid, let's go with. They are fragrance-free, paraben-free, sulfate-free, cruelty-free, and they're vegan-friendly, which overall is like the Starface. They are quite good, they're kind of friendly for everybody, so everybody can use them. They actually won a gold award at the Pure Beauty Awards in London 2020, so quite recently they've been highly rated by people, obviously. From the research that I did after last time of not really knowing anything about the hydrocolloid patches or whatever, I decided to do some research and I found out that the hydrocolloid is actually the patches. They're waterproof dressings that are generally indicated for superficial wounds with low amounts of drainage. They create a matrix over the wound, acting as a scab, allowing the body to retain healing fluids and protecting the wound, which I found online. You can Google it. I'm not an expert. It's not my information. I'll leave a link down below for where the information came from so you can check it out yourself because, you know, I'm no scientist. On a article that I saw, it said that they're aimed at treating kind of superficial kinds of acne, not like the cystic acne. They're more for like pus-filled bumps, blackheads and whiteheads. But it says on the packaging that these are genuinely designed to absorb impurities from your spots. Ultra thin, translucent, promotes faster healing and acts as a protective cover. Yeah, it says on the instructions that they work best on spots that have come to a head. So if you've taken a head off a spot or anything, it's best to cover it because obviously, like it says in the article, it acts as a protective seal, so it can take out all the impurities and bacteria in it and take it onto the spot, essentially drying it out and absorbing all the like toxins and stuff. So essentially what comes in the packet, as you can see, I've had a field day and just completely, when I got them off Amazon, just ripped them open. So I don't have a top of the packet, like you can see the back. It's not very nice of how I've ripped it open. As you can see, there's a tear bit there, but hey, I've completely missed the memo. I should just cut it. As you can see, it says that there's 24 dots in a pack. They come in sealed packages like this. And you just peel them open, and there's the dots on the little paper. They look kind of grey, but as soon as you take them off, they're practically see-through. You cannot like see them on your face. I don't even realise they're there. Like I have one on my face and I completely forgot, and you feel them when you're rubbing your face. I've done that so many times since I've got them. I've had them like all over my face and then I'm just like, what is that? Like, I didn't expect that to be there because you don't realise they're there after you've put them on. They're see-through, you could wear them out, you could wear them in the day, night, whatever. I am really cautious after the Starface. I don't, you know, I wore the Starface ones out when whilst I was on a dog walk, but they are just kind of a bit of an eyesore. Like, you can see them, you can tell that you're trying to do something about your acne. Like, I just don't really rate that. So when I saw that these were clear and see-through, and as soon as I tried them and put them on, I thought they were great. Like, you're trying to protect your acne after you've like had a head come off your spot, and you know, you can wear these anywhere and just cover it to protect it so no bacteria gets in there. Like, I just think that's really good that they're just clear. There's also a little, if you can see, there's little circular bits within it. I assume that you just make sure the spot is in the middle, and that, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really understand why there is that, but it's kind of like a gel, and I've seen somewhere on the internet that the gel helps absorb, and that's what does the absorbing. So we're gonna go with that. The pack also comes with a translation card for English, Dutch, French, Italian and Spanish. So, you know, if you don't read or completely get rid of the packaging with the instructions on the back, you can just read it in English, Dutch, Spanish, French, Italian, whatever you want. And that means it can be used worldwide because there's several languages. Also, like me, if you bought them off Amazon, Amazon actually have a picture of the back, which I had to use because I've ripped it. I couldn't see the rest of the information at the top, so I could use it for this video. I just went back on Amazon and they have a picture of the back, so I could do that easily. So if you get rid of completely everything, which some people might, you can just go on Amazon and find it. You could even Google dotsforspots.com because they have a website as well. So yeah, quite versatile, helpful, you know. So let's talk about the instructions, shall we? Basically, you have to cleanse your face or the area you want to target, and they, like I've said previously, they work best if the spot has come to a head or the head has come off, as it can just absorb all the toxins and stuff. But it says on the back, like I said, on articles it says that it might not work for like cystic acne and stuff, but it does say on the back results may vary for other types of spots. It says carefully tear the perforated line to peel off your dot. Completely cover the spot, pressing down for a couple of seconds to secure it in place. Gently remove and replace the spot when it is turned from a translucent to a white. For better results, wear for 6+ hours or simply leave overnight. I have left mine for 6+ hours overnight. And with the Starface, I did have a problem with keeping them on overnight. I am a wriggler in bed. I can't stay still. So as soon as I moved or put my eye mask on, the stars came off. That might have been me. That might have been my skin type. My skin type is quite oily, so that might have just been me. But I will tell you this. I've had the dots on overnight and they haven't moved. They have stuck in place. As soon as I've put them on, they've stuck in place, and that's it. As the only time I could really take them off is when I'm done with them, because they're so in place. And you know, as long as you get them in the right place, you haven't wasted a dot, which is good. I just think to be able to wear them overnight is really important that they stay still, which is really good, and they actually do. So I highly recommend them if you want to wear them in bed, because they just stay. See, when I got them, I didn't really read the instructions. So when it says about getting them off along the perforated line, if you can see, there is lines along the thingy where you just bend them. I don't really want to take them all off, but you just bend it and then you can peel them off. I've been peeling them off from like the sides and leaving that. So now I know what to do. See, I'm helping myself. You learn something new every day. So let's talk about price. I bought these off Amazon. I know you can buy them in other places, but I have Amazon Prime, so that is very helpful. And they came next day, which was amazing. So let's go back to the Starface. The Starface with the box and 32 stars is £12. These are up-to-date prices. I've been on the website today. And the Starface refills with 32 stars is £9. Yes, it is quite good for the amount of stars that you get. I'm not saying they're bad. I just wouldn't use them myself. The Dots for Spots, however, in the 24 pack, is $5.99 off Amazon. I will leave a screenshot here of the example. And a bigger pack for a Dots for Spots, a box of 60 is $13.99 off Amazon, which again, I will leave here. So overall, for 60 spots for £13.99, when 32 and that box is £12 for Starface, they're okay for the amount you get. So 32 and 24, there's a bit of a difference, but I don't suppose it matters that much. I didn't feel like I was missing out. Yes, with the dots for spots, if you use them regularly, you can go through them because obviously, you know, there's only 24, and even I've used like 2 out of this one. I've used a whole sheet of these when I had like 4 spots. So, you know, you can go through them quite quickly. But for £5.99, I don't suppose it's bad. I'd definitely buy them again for £5.99. I'd probably even pay the £13.99 for a box of 60 if I was like wanting to. But again, it comes on Amazon Prime. If you go on the Dots for Spots website and you press the buy option in the top corner, they will send you straight to Amazon to buy them off Amazon. So obviously, unlike the Starface, they don't actually have a feature to buy them off their website. But they do have like information about the company, FAQs and stuff. And they also explain about where they've been featured, like Vogue, Cosmopolitan, BuzzFeed, stuff like that. And also where you can contact them if you have any questions. So overall for price, I think they're quite decently priced. The box of 60, £13 when Starface offer more stars for 32 for £12 or £9. Well, for £9 they offer 32 without the box. So the 60 could be priced better. But if people rate them, I guess that's why the price is up. I don't really know how to explain that one. But again, I would pay it. I definitely would pay it. They don't come with a carry case like the Starface, but I don't really suppose that matters. I don't really think they'd fit in a carry case, or they need them really, but if you're going away that can be helpful, but just slip it in like a skincare bag or a makeup bag or whatever. So let's talk about what I like about them. I like that you can hardly see them. You wouldn't, unless you looked closely at me, you wouldn't know I'd got it on. I will insert some pictures here of when I first got them. I moved my head into the light so you could see where they were. But otherwise, you wouldn't be able to tell I got anything on my face, which I think is so doable and helpful because you can just go out with them on and then, you know, come back or wear them in bed or whatever. Like, you don't have to, like, match the stars with anything you're wearing, that kind of thing. They also don't come off in the night. As I've already explained, they just stay on all night, which I think is very helpful, especially for people like me who move around in the night all the time and I don't want to be finding dots all over my bed at night. So I think that that is a win that they don't come off. I guess that I like that they come in a 24 pack. I mean, I definitely needed them over the past couple of days. So I think that they are quite good. A 24 pack's just suited me fine. Obviously, I've got some light left. I think like with having an odd spot here and there, I could just stick one on and go about my day. I also like the small packaging. I mean, that is like paper thin, and it just comes through the door. Like when Amazon send it, obviously they come in and package like that. So it can just be slid through the door. Mine came through the door at like 7 PM. So it's so easy and you don't have to wait in all day to get them, unlike the Starface, which comes in a box like that, as you saw in my previous video, because they have to use the carry case. I don't really know how the flat ones, just the refill packs come, because they're only like that. So I don't really know how they come because I haven't ordered them separately. But then again, I just like how thin these are, and you know, I'm assuming from the pictures on Amazon that the 60 pack is like just like the size of a pack of plasters. So essentially I don't think they'd be an issue either. I think they just come through the door as well. And the last thing, they're quite cheap. I consider them to be quite cheap. I'm a student, I'm on a budget. So yeah, I would definitely buy them as a student who's saving money. Yeah, so I think they're quite affordable and I would definitely put them within my skincare routine. Now let's move on to the things that I dislike about these. So I don't like that when you take them off, you can feel the residue. It feels like your skin feels a little bit sticky. Again, this might just be me, but my skin has felt sticky after taking them off. Obviously, because they do stick really well, I understand that the residue will stay, but, you know, and they do recommend to cleanse after you've used them, so it's not really an issue, but my skin does feel a bit sticky afterwards. It might not be everybody, but for me, that's happened. You kind of have to use them a few times to notice some kind of difference, is what I've found. I've used them for multiple nights in a row because I kind of thought, well, I want to see if there's any difference. Like, does it help the spots? Does it not? Like, do I just completely write them off and go back to my skincare routine? You know, does it kind of help? Does it not? I think they are quite good and they do protect. But I don't like that, you know, you have to use them quite a few times to be able to notice some kind of difference. Like they've said in the information on the back and in the articles that I read, unless it's a spot that's had a head on it, or a blackhead, or a spot with pus in it, it's not really going to do anything for them. I have quite a few like red marks on me, which I thought were like spots that have kind of had a head on. I've put the dots on them and they haven't really done anything. They haven't really changed, but obviously they haven't had a head on recently. They're just kind of fading now. So if they haven't had a head on or haven't like burst or whatever, they kind of don't do anything, like the article said, because, you know, the research into it is quite extensive, and yeah, I kind of agreed that it might not work with all types of acne, but obviously you try them out for yourself with your type of acne and then you can see whether it works for you, because it will work for all types of people and everybody's different. And the final thing I don't really like about them is, just like the Starface, they can get in the way of my skincare routine. I usually, since I made my skincare routine video, I have changed it up. I've started using tea tree again because the skincare black seed oil that I got off Amazon, I just don't think is working much anymore. So essentially I kind of gave up with it and I've gone back to tea tree. I'm trying to find something else that will really work. I am moisturising a lot more with Simple Hydrating Moisturiser. You can't see that, but hey. Yeah, so I'm trying new things with my skincare. These are definitely new to my skincare, so I'm trying them, seeing how they're going, and just kind of, you know, I think I should be more proactive with the cleansing and then putting them on, but I got excited in the first place to try them, so I just kind of skipped the cleansing. But I do like that when you see the residue on it, it is quite satisfying. I have a picture of the first one I took off after starting to try them, and I put it in the light and you can see the residue, and I just think it's so satisfying. I don't know why, but I could just do. I just think it's quite good. So, an overall review. Would I recommend them? Yes, I would recommend them. I just think they're quite useful, and I just think that they actually do stuff when you see the residue. When I first used the Starface, I didn't really understand, so maybe I'd recommend them a bit more, but just because they don't stay on very long if you like move in bed or whatever, I just think that these are a little bit better quality with staying on, and I just would recommend them. Definitely. The reviews on Amazon would say the same as well. I would just recommend them, and I just think they're very useful, helpful, and affordable. So the moment has come to take the spot off my face. It's been on all night, 6+ hours, like the packaging recommends. So let's take it off and see what it looks like. Because they're well stuck to your face, I'm not gonna lie, they're kind of a little bit fiddly to get off sometimes, but I think I've got it. There we go. So my spot is a bit meh still. It's still a bit red, but it was a really big spot when it first appeared. So, you know, it's now flat. So essentially, I think that is quite good and quite decent. I haven't been putting like tea tree oil or anything on it. I've just been using these. And as you can see the residue on the dot within the middle circle. So I think that is a win. I think that's quite good. I don't know why I find it so why I find the residue so satisfying. Like, it looks like some kind of Petri dish mould, but, you know, I think that's quite good and quite helpful because it's clearly absorbed something from my spot. What that might be, I don't know. But, yeah, I think that is quite good. So that is it for this video. I'm sorry it's been so long and I don't know when the next one will be. But I just thought I would try the dots for spots and review them because I've actually wanted to do this for a while. I do have a package coming from something I've seen on TikTok which I do want to review and see if it's real or not. That is one of those stick face masks that I've seen that when you rub it on, your like pores will disappear, and I actually want to see if this is real or if it's definitely photoshopped, because it is bugging me seeing them on TikTok and they look so photoshopped. So soon we will be able to see whether they are true or not. Let's just hope it arrives. I don't know. Anyway, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you sometime. Bye.